there and welcome back to Japan, where we're doing a track-by-track listen-through to Unseen World, the new album by Band-Maid, and we are on to track number, I think it's 8, Why. As always, this is a review video. If you want to see the reaction that I've just done, pause this video, click the little link in the description below. It'll open up a separate little YouTube player where you can listen to the song with me, just in case you haven't heard it before, or just in case you want to see how I responded upon first hearing it, because I am now about to give you the review, so pause this video if you want to watch the reaction first. Don't say I didn't warn you. Here comes the review. Alright, so, yeah, I think anyone who's seen the reaction will know straight off the bat that this is contender for my favourite song on the album. Sorry, I just lost something. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I was looking for the don't worry. This is contender for my favourite song on the album so far, along with Sayonara Kidori, which we just heard as well, which I believe was the Miku-led song, which I thought was fantastically catchy. And obviously, I think probably Warning as well, the first track. Those three songs really, really stand out to me as being brilliant songs that I really enjoy and very different in their own way. So, as I said, I was really looking for some variation in this latter half of the album, and I meant that, as a lot of you know, by meaning them. I mean, they're such a steadfast, understandably, we all know great rock band that I wanted to hear them do something that was slightly different from rock. So, you know, I want to hear them really sort of experiment, do something a bit jazzy, something a bit unexpected. And when this first came in, it was like I thought they're going to go in a jazzy direction. Then they went heavy. Fair enough. Cool intro, by the way, must say. But this sort of feeling of, oh, okay, was soon replaced by, Now, this song really does play in a very sort of interesting territory. I've often said there's this sort of way that you can do music where often people think simple is bad. I think, although this has got a lot of fantastic playing in it, overall, this is quite a simple song. But you can do a sort of simple where just everything clicks in a really obvious way. I mean, I bring into, evoke memories of songs like We Will Rock You by Queen is the obvious one, Song 2 by Blur, Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. These are songs that are incredibly identifiable but are not complex. They're not complex at all. I'm not saying this is exactly on that kind of direction, but compared to the rest of the album, that seems to be where this is leaning. It's a simple but very effective technique. Look at the chorus. I'll compare this exactly with Sayonara Kidori, because like I said, in the previous review of that, just a moment ago, by the way, this is part of a playlist review, so if you're not watching them all, remember the link to that playlist is in the description below if you want to watch all the reviews in order or together. Well, not together at the same time, you know what I mean. So when I was saying in the previous song, Sayonara Kidori, I was saying at the time, that is the catchiest song on the album, that's brilliant, it just works. That was a sort of traditional form of melodic catchiness. It had a catchy melody that you could really sort of get into and just, you know, identify immediately. It's just catchy in a sing-alongable way. This is more catchy in a chant-along way, but it has got a melodic quality. It's very different, because what you've got here is you've just got that one line, tell me why, is for the chorus. Usually like one-line choruses usually doesn't result in anything particularly good, but that's them backed up with that nice descending bass line. I will admit, I don't know why, I've just got like a bias towards, hashtag no bias, I've got a bias towards descending bass lines. I think they sound great in choruses and crescendos for some reason. I'll have to unpack that one day as well in one of like our little explainer videos. But that combined with a sort of rising up, sort of backing ooh vocal, so many qualities to that. First of all, the play between those three things, the one line that you can shout, the ooh bit that you can sort of everyone can go along to in any language, we can all sing along to that, and the bass line that's very easily identifiable, sort of building that energy and working against the sort of flow of the vocal melody to build that harmony. It just, the whole song, just the whole chorus, should I say, is just very easy to identify all the parts, and they work together in a very clear, functional and good way. It's like there's virtually no words in the chorus, and yet it feels catchy. It feels like you'd love to be in an audience, either shouting the line or singing the ooh. And when you've got two bits, which you can have to decide which bit you sing along to, or try to do both really quickly, that's always a great sign. It's just a really good, effective, simple chorus. Now, these sorts of songs that have that quality can sometimes become the first ones that become irritating over time because they become too much of an earworm. So the way to usually counter that is by having the rest of the song be nice and detailed, and wow, did they really put effort into this. This is a beautifully arranged song. Anything that might be seen as a nod towards simplicity in the chorus which I think is a great thing in this particular example, is very much countered by the amount of effort and detail put into the rest of the song. Again, rhythmically very interesting, just like with Sayonara Kidori. You had that really cool, the verse was sort of good at building things up. It does get a little bit messy and a little bit chaotic, but in a very sort of clear way. Again, this is another thing. What I like most of all is the majority of this album, it has like lots of things happening, but everything's very clear and easy to follow. Misa's bass line in this is amazing. And again, the brilliant work that her and Akane do together, really sort of bringing so much out of the bottom of the song. You know, I mean, it's all the catchiness, all of that stuff happens in the melody, happens in the guitar, happens around the mid-range, but the way that they sort of give it an interesting support underneath that keeps it rhythmic, keeps it head-boppy, and also keeps it intricate. It's those intricacies that make these sorts of songs easy to come back to and listen to again. Stops them becoming old hat, stops them becoming repetitive, is because every time you listen, there's so much to listen to. That is one of the reasons why this song works so well. But most of all, a big shout out to the bridge. Everyone knows I like a good bridge, and everyone knows that we have our best bridge of the year contest in the end of year awards every year. This could be a contender. Watch out, Alia. This goes in a really interesting direction in that they suddenly go for a key change in the bridge. They change the feel. It goes for a slightly more, I said at the time, sort of wistful feel. It's sort of more chilled out. It's like, okay, just vibing with the rock thing. And you can tell that what they're doing is they're getting you into that space so that they can change the key back and then throw it back in with a punch. And that's exactly what they do. And it works beautifully, in my opinion. It is exactly what you want from a bridge. It's a bridge that throws you back in, points you in the right direction, and just says, all right, here we go. We're on it again. It gives you the energy you need to be pumped up for the last chorus, to make the last chorus as anthemically crescendo as you want it to be. And that's exactly what I do. That big held note, like I say at the end, kind of almost like a nod to the one that Miku did in Sayonara Kidori. And it seems like, well, we're going to do a big held note here, but I'm going to do a louder and longer held note. I'm sure that was the intention. They probably didn't know what the song order was at the time they were recording them, but it is just kind of funny. It does certainly feel that way in the context of the album. So, yeah, I just felt like they blasted into that already great chorus, and like any bridge does when you're using that sort of normal verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, basically arrangement, it did what any good bridge does, which is takes the chorus, however good it is, and makes it better. Makes you more pumped up for it. So, yeah. They had a chorus that was really fantastic in its simplicity. They had a bridge that was interesting, was brave. They didn't need it. They could have just gone around, done a quick solo and just shot themselves straight into what was already effective chorus again. But instead they had a nice, lengthy, well-written bridge that punched them into the chorus and made it even better the last time round. Then they milked it with some nice held notes. They had a verse that was interesting and engaging and will avoid the song losing interest over time. I am going to have to listen to this album again to work out whether I find this better or more catchy than Sayonara Kidori, but we've just had two songs in a row that I think would make fantastic singles and that I very much enjoy. If this doesn't end up as a single, certainly it's so well energized. It's got such a clear, energetic and easy to follow feel. And like I said, that's something you need for a single. You need a single to be something that can appeal not just to the fans, but also to people outside. So you can't throw in the most complicated songs most of the time. You want something which has all the complexity that is the identity of the band, but not enough to alienate more casual listeners. This has that. So I need to define in my own head after a few listens which one I think is a better single, but I think these both could make fantastic singles, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of this second half of the album. Like I said, I still want to hear them do something which takes them away from rock completely, just to show what they can do as musicians, and, you know, to be brave, to challenge their fans. I think it's important when you're a band. I think not only should you appease your fans, but you should also challenge them. I think what they've done thus far is up their game in many ways, but I do want to hear them challenge the writing, do something completely different for them, and also challenge their audience a little bit with something that the audience might not necessarily like. Kind of like a bit of a start over moment. Sorry. I like that song. I don't like the video. I hate the video, but I like that song. Anyway, so there's my feelings. Again, brilliant song. 2 brilliant songs in a row. Wow. Really happy about that. So, as always, those are my thoughts. As someone who's listened to every single Band-Maid song, reviewed every single Band-Maid song, worked with music in my entire adult life. But hey, music is only as good as it appears to the listener. I've repeated this in every single video, so I'm just going to say it quickly. Subjective opinion is important. Get in there, get in the comments, tell me what you think. Tell me your honest opinion. Looking forward to seeing everyone justifying whether they agree or disagree. And as always, liking and subscribing are greatly appreciated YouTubey things to do. They do help us. We're a non-monetized channel, so anything algorithmically that helps our statistics is great. And of course, along with that, a big thank you to the people who help us financially on Patreon. Non-monetized, like I say. So you guys really are the lifeblood of this whole thing. And of course, if you want to follow any of the other social medias linked in the description below, you're welcome to. We've got a great online community, especially actually on the Discord. Apologies, the Discord link often doesn't work. It's hard to get like a Discord link's timeout, but certainly do look for us. Ask anyone on the page. If you leave a comment, I'm sure someone will get back to you. Leave the current Discord link or invite. Do look us up if you want to. We are there. Reddit and all the other things as well. So please feel free to enjoy those. But for now, thank you just for making it through to the end of this Waffle Fest video. And until I see you hopefully very soon in Japan for the next one of these, for now, it's coming soon. Ciao, ciao.